Hello, good morning. I'm starting a bit early, so just have a look at the scenery behind you so that I can see if I can actually get to see your comments this week. So I'm just sorting my Facebook out. So at the moment you just see my rear end probably. Let's move over a bit. There I am. So I can see your comments this week. Yay! Happy days. So have you all got your coffee? It's a horrible, miserable grey day and it's cold. It's 4 of you here. Hi, Jenny. Just packed your parcel, actually. How are you doing? How's your weekend going? We'll just have a bit of vague chatter while we're waiting for everyone to join. Morning, Hilary. Morning, Lish. Hope you're all keeping well. Hi, Hilary. I've just seen your comment. Let's move that down so I can see everyone's comments. Hang on, I'll be back. More technical stuff. How do I make that go down? Oh, hang on. That's that. Morning, Lish. I don't want to see my face. I just want to see the comments. Lorraine, hi. Hi, Sonia. Have you all got coffee? Got my Three Amigos mug. We'll have to do this as merch, but this is somebody else's merch. So I must ask. Janice's daughter used to make mugs. Janice, does your daughter still do mugs? We'll have to get some merch and join in with the YouTube merching stuff, and we'll get some Three Amigos mugs made up. So it's just me today because I've been rapidly cutting up, doing goodie boxes and goodie bags and stuff. Hi, Lynn. What was I going to say? Yeah, vague chatter while we're waiting for everyone to join. It's only just gone 9:30. Hi, Barbara. I'm trying to look over the top of my glasses so I can see your comments, and then I have to put them on to... It's that kind of distance, you know, that middle distance that you can't quite... Hi, Jude. Hi, Mal. How are you? Hi, Pam. So yesterday we had an exciting day. Simon was itching to go to Trago Mills, can you believe? So we had to go to Merthyr yesterday. All the boys have been winding him up at work, telling him what a wonderful place Trago Mills is. So I think he was greatly disappointed. But we had a spin to Trago Mills in Merthyr, and then we had a lovely trip back. We came a scenic route back. So we came up past Penavan, and then we were going to go through Llandilo, but the road was closed. So we came back over the Black Mountains. So that was all very lovely. And then I came back and cut more fabric. So, hi everyone. So, I've actually finally, at last, has anyone else got the Cutie Frame? I was really scared of using it. Yeah, I've had it for it'll be 2 years in May since I bought it, but because of moving house and renovations and stuff, so it got put up. How many months ago did I put it up? Maybe 6 months ago, 5 months ago. I put it up, and then I had a little practice, and then I decided I couldn't cope because I bought the original one that comes with handles underneath, so I couldn't cope with that. So I bought the new handles, so the handles go over the top. So if you bought the Cutie Breeze off of Sewing Street, that will have the handles that come over the top, and it's much easier to manoeuvre and quilt with it. So I finally made that quilt. So that is made. I cut some new Lynette, and we got a few more bolts of Lynette Anderson in with a few new bits of fabric in. So that's one of the new colours. So that's not in that quilt because I cut that up last week. So there's a couple of new colours in it. Hang on, let me grab them and I can show you. So I've cut some more 10-inch packs, and there's a couple of new. The big print is also in that dark, and there's like a reddy sort of browny colour, and there's some bees on a darker blue fabric. So they're in this new one, and there's 40 squares and it's 35 quid. So if you want to do that, I haven't seen the Cutie Frame before. Hi Lynn, hi Maureen. The Cutie Frame is, go on J&B Sewing. They go on Sewing Street quite a lot and demonstrate it. Let's have a slurp of coffee to wake me up. And I was just playing with those Lynette Anderson fat quarter 10-inch squares the other day, and I thought, what if I put the Crossroads template, which is designed to go with the charm packs, as you know. What if I put that on a 10-inch square? So if you made a Crossroads template for a 10-inch square to do the proper Crossroads blah-de-blah, it would be huge and it would be expensive and it would be a pain to post. Borodar and Shemai. Borodar Janice, I was just talking about you. Does your daughter still make mugs? We're talking about making merch, 3 Amigos mugs. Let me know. Message me. Yeah, so I quilted that on my Cutie Frame. So all that took, and it's quite a good size, it's 45 inches with just 4 blocks. So all I used was 16 squares, 16 10-inch squares, and one of the Lynette Anderson charm packs to make that. And you make a really, if you've got to make a quick baby quilt, because that's what that will be, you can make one of those. Now that I've got the newer fabrics, I wish I'd done it with those because it would be more distinct, because I put a purple with a purple, but I was just playing and practicing and I didn't know how it would work out and didn't realise it would make a quilt. But there we are. So that's what I did. So since last week and everything fell off the wall, I've put screws in the ceiling now, so everything's been hung from the ceiling as well in this place. So that's the Lynette Anderson thing, and that's one of the things that's on this week. 40 squares for 35 quid, which is really cheap if you know how much layer cake costs now. Hi Sue. Hi Margaret. Hi Janet. Chris. Hi everybody, basically. If you've got any questions, ask me this week because I can see your comments. Right, goodie bags. So the goodie bags have gone. That is the bad news. The good news is I'll make some more. They might not be ready for next week because I've got a lot to cut up for next week, for when we do 3 Amigos next week. But I'll show you. Shall I just rub it in and show you what you missed, or what you've got if you managed to get one? So what's in a goodie bag was a nice little bundle. They're all random, so whatever was left, there was a few left of these, so there's one of those in. There's a big ball of perlé thread in it. There's a random fat quarter or a half a metre or whatever happened to be left in the box. This is Lynn Young's, by the way. I haven't sealed you up yet, Lynn. This is what you're getting. There's some rick-rack and some lace. All of them have got one of these. So the goodie boxes and the goodie bags have got a little 2.5-inch strip bundle of what was left of these nice, pretty Moda fabrics. Remember that I made the Christmas stocking with? Hang on, where is he? Let's try not to... those fabrics. So if you want to make a Christmas stocking, you've got those fabrics in your little bundle, in your goodie bag or in your goodie box. I think there might be a couple of goodie boxes left. You've got some random stitcheries, you've got a random candy bar, and you've got a random mini charm pack. Okay, so that was what was in the goodie bags. And sorry if you missed out, but I'll do some more. Someone was asking me if I could do a stitchery bag, so I might do something. I'll do something similar, but I'll put more stitcheries in, but you'll still have, I think I like making those little twirly little bundles of 2.5-inch strips, so they'll have those in, and they're handy to go round. You can do like a log cabin thing round. My Lynette Anderson, yeah, I'm glad you like them, Jill. So if you want a quick quilt to do with them, Jill, get your Crossroads template out, and then you can make that. I think if you need 16 square, yeah, so one of those, these 10-inch packs, you could make one like another block wide. You could do 9 blocks, so that would make a really good size quilt. So if you did 9 blocks, and then you'd need 2 charm packs probably to go all the way around. But yeah, if you've got to make a quick quilt for someone, and then get your Cutie Frame out to quilt it. Hi Nicola. Will the new Lynette Anderson fabrics, but yes, of course they will. All her because these new Lynette Anderson fabrics are not actually new fabrics. They're called Lynette Anderson favourites. So they're all sort of from various ranges, brought back again. I don't think she's actually designing new fabrics as such. Having said that, I've just ordered something and I can't remember what it was. I think it was Christmassy stuff. Thanks, Lynn. Yeah, I must put that back in your envelope, so I know that's yours. Where is it? What have I done with it now? I've lost it already. It's here somewhere anyway. What did I just do with it? How can I lose something like straight away? But I can. You know what I'm like. I'll find it, Lynn. Anyway, I'll put it down somewhere safe. I don't know how I do it. Today, right? Any more questions? No. Right. Prizes for I've got maths questions, so you can think about the maths questions while I'm waffling on. Maths question today, I cut, is an easy one. I cut a load of Lynette Anderson. I cut the 10-inch packs, and I cut a load more charm packs this week. How many squares did I cut? And the answer is in the thousands, but under 5,000. So the first guess, or the first nearest guess, will win it. I think Nicola Jackson won it last week. And the prize for the maths question this week is, I had a random... My reward for spending hundreds of thousands of pounds with Moda this year was a charm pack and a mini charm pack. So you will win this if you get the maths question right. So there's a mini charm pack of, I can't even see what that's, Georgia, I think it says. It's sort of purples and yellows, very pretty. And there's a Zen Chic, completely contrasting fabrics. But charm pack and mini charm pack if you win the maths question. Excuse me sniffing, hang on. And there's also, although I've packed a load of orders, they're all left undone, so I can slip in a couple of goodie bags into them. So there's a bag at the end of the bolts of what I was cutting this week. Somebody will get their Moda one, and somebody will get a Lynette Anderson one. So if you see a random bundle of fabric in your parcel, you've won the random giving away this week. So it's under 5,000, okay? So I didn't cut 27,000 pieces of fabric this week. So carry on guessing. Any questions? Right, what else have I got to show you? What have I cut this week? What do I need to tell you about? Oh yeah, I cut some more. I've got hardly any French General fabrics left. So if you saw the lovely hearts quilt that Lish has made with hers, that was made with the big bundle of French General that I had a couple of months ago. The tip is, if I have French General in and I do a Sunday special with French General fabrics on, grab them because they just go. I've got through, I would say, two lots of French General. So if there's like 13 meters on a bolt and there's about 30 bolts of fabric, and I've got through 2 lots of those in not many weeks. So that is the tip. If you see them, grab them. Even if it's like a bad time of the month and you desperately want something, message me, and if I can, I'll put it to one side for you, okay? If you really want it, but you can't pay for it for a couple of weeks, I'll keep it for a couple of weeks for you, okay? So, but there's no French General coming in the near future, and there's none left with the supplier because I had it all. So, which is why the last little bits I cut it into candy bars, and then if you wanted to make Abby's Daffs that she was showing you last week, grab a Daffs pattern and grab a candy bar. Well, I've got them because there were about 16 of them. I don't know how many are left on the website. Right, slurp of coffee, take a breath. Right, what else have I cut? I cut some new bags. There's a very few bags of Lynette Anderson charm packs, 10 fat quarters for £32. So the ones I cut this week, I've got the couple of new ones that I've got, so they are on the sale page. The candy bar is on, go to fabrics and then go click down until you find pre-cuts, and it's on the candy bar page, that one. I did put a link on the Facebook page. I'm using the French General to make a quilt for my niece for her wedding. How lovely. Can you put a picture up when you've done it? Just bought candy bars, thank you Sue. What else have I made this week? I found a box of kits that I'd cut out for this, and I'd never got around to make it into kits, so there's a few of those. Little needle book, we were talking about needle books the other week, so there's a few of those kits left. They're not very expensive. I can't remember how much they are. They're 15 quid max, or are they 12? I can't remember, but they're on the sale page. And there's some kits for that. And I also, in the same box that those were cut out, I found these were cut out. So the original fabrics, so the ones that are on now, I've got the original fabrics in. But when they run out, I can make some more with the fabrics that we've got currently for this. Okay, so that was just like a needle roll I showed you last week. So I've done kits for that this week. I've received my Lynette and some fat quarters. Oh, thanks, Chris. Will you be making new Christmas gifts and decorations? Oh, give me a chance. Will you be making new Christmas gifts and decorations? No, oh, not yet, Eunice. when I get some Christmas fabric, because I've got a few bits left, but whatever I've got left I'll take to Newton Abbot. Oh, thanks, Janet. Yeah, show us pictures when you've done it. Right, what else was I going to show you? What else? Oh yeah, all sorts of stuff has arrived this week. I'm inundated with threads. Valdani threads arrived, and then I reordered. I had hardly any of these left, so the Flower Power threads. That's what they look like inside. So that's the Flower Power box, and I think you can actually open the box this time. I'm not going to open that because I don't want to ruin it. So what the colours of those are, what I used in these, in the Crinoline Lady one, so you can see the colours that you get with it. So I use these a lot. So I've got a load more of these, and I stitched last week. I've stitched that up with it, so I'm going to put that on a block bag or something. So that's the sewing machine panel. So I might do, was that Abby I just missed? Whoops, I meant, okay. Yeah, so I might put that on a block bag, and then if you've not seen the Valdani, which I'm sure most of you have, hang on, I'll be back now. Oh yeah, I've pulled one out of that, so I'll show you the one I've pulled out of that. I am going to do a few of these loose, but I just haven't had time, and that's the traditional one. This one is a brilliant one because it's got the Christmassy one in it that I use for all the Christmas stitcheries. And the new one, I've sent the cockerel thing off to the printers, the stitchery, the cockerel and the hens, because this is called something to do with cockerels, I can't remember. Anyway, rooster tail or something it's called. So I'm waiting for that to come back, and then we'll stitch it up with that, and then we'll do packs of that. Goodie box, there are 2 left. My computer has just told me. So if you want a goodie box, oh, shall I show you a goodie box? I forgot about that. We'll come back to the other stuff in a minute. Hang on. You know what I'm like. Random. Right, goodie box. So goodie box is, everything will vary in it. So there's a whole wodge of fabric there. There is a candy bar and a charm pack. Some of them have got 3 candy bars in because I ran out of charm packs to put in. There's a mini charm pack. There's basically, I went around and got every size of fabric I could find. So there's a mini charm pack. There's a 10-inch bundle. They'll all be different in every box though. Every box, however, will have, again, I had enough of those little bundles, so every box will have one of those in. Every box has got 2 big balls of red, so the bright Christmassy red and a darker red. So you've all got those. You've all got a couple of random fat quarters. You've all got these, so some strips of Lynette Anderson. So what was left on the bolt of those. So they're 5-inch strips, so you've all got that. You've all got 1/2 metre each of this fabric. So there's this, let's open that up. And then there's the flowery fabric that goes with it. So you've all got that. And then there's a pattern, and there's, I think there's about 4 stitchery panels in the bottom, okay? So there were 2 goodie boxes left a couple of minutes ago. So if you want one, grab one. We will do goodie boxes again, but in my spare time. Right, let's pack that back up. So put those all back in there. Oh, nearly forgot the Lynette Anderson fabric. So that's goodie. That's as much as I can get in one of these boxes. So I ordered a load of these boxes the other week, and Tommy was around with Evie, and Tommy loves when deliveries come. So Amazon man came with my box of boxes, and he said, "Oh, Nanny, can I open the box?" I said, "Tommy, there's only boxes in the box." But he wanted to open it, and he was very excited, and he got the boxes out. "What are these? These aren't boxes." I said, "You've got to put them together, Tommy." So then we had to put them together. So then we had to put stuff in the boxes. So we went around the house, and there's every loshin, which is sweets in Wales, every loshin and every biscuit in the house in these boxes. So him and Evie walking around, putting packs of crisps and loshin and stuff in their goodie box. So they had a great time. So where was I? Any questions, anybody? I don't know if anyone's guessed the right amount yet, because I can't even remember what it is. I've written it in my diary. Keep guessing. Maths question, nice prize, Moda, charm pack and a mini charm pack if you get the right thing. I'm looking at my list of things that I've got to tell you. Maths question. Oh yeah, I'll go over last week's kits in a minute. Retreat. The retreat, we've got over half of it is full. If you're interested in coming in the retreat, we've changed it. If you missed out last week, we've changed it to 4 days now because it's a bank holiday weekend. And who's going to want to travel home on a Friday of a bank holiday weekend? Absolutely nobody. Plus, they've got a wedding at the venue, so we'd have to be out by, you know, crack of dawn Friday. So we thought we'd finish it Thursday. So that's that. So ideas on a postcard, please, for what you want to do. We have 3 free workshops. So I'll do one, Abby will do one, Andy will do one. And I was thinking we'll do a block in mine, a thing to put your patchwork blocks in. And I'm not sure if I'm the first one. Come back. If I'm the first one, because then you've got the rest of your week. You can put your blocks in your block bag. But this is one I made yonks ago. I thought I'll make it this size, but I'll make it different. And I was thinking if you've got a stitchery or something that you've already made, we could put, so like this, I'm going to make another one and I'm going to put this on one side. So we could have block, even if we put the sampler blocks on one side and put that on the other. Let's grab the bag. If you think that's a good idea, let me know. Where's my sampler bag? Here we go. I thought that. So this is stitched up with my flower power threads. I wondered, oh, let's stand up, whether I could put that on the front, on the back, and then have those blocks as part of the 4 of the blocks as part of the bag. I don't know. Anyway, it's going through my head. So this was on last week, so this is the sampler quilt bag. So my little sampler quilt pattern now comes with a pattern for that, and this was on last week. So you could put your stitchery on the back, couldn't you? I could put the stitchery on there. It'd look quite nice, wouldn't it? And there's a big pocket in the back to put your board in. Anyway, that's just an idea. So that's flower power threads. That was the sampler quilt from last week, and if I move that down off of there, let's get rid of Lynette, you'll be able to see the sampler quilt behind me. So that was the sampler quilt that we had on last week. Any questions? Let me see, I might have missed your comments. If I miss your comments, I'll go over them later. And if you've only just joining in and you've missed it, I'll be uploading this to Tube, as Tommy calls it, later. Well, about an hour afterwards. Okay. Slurp. So, sampler quilt. So this is for next week. So if you didn't see this last week, hang on. This I've got to cut up. So this will be coming next week. So my idea is I've stitched this in Valdani thread. I'm not sure how many I've got left. So I might have a limited stock of like the kit for the whole thing. You'll need 2 balls of Valdani thread, which obviously makes it more expensive. That's £13 before we even start. Plus the 8 stitchery panels, plus you need 3 mini charm packs for that. So there'll be a limited amount of just the kits for the whole thing. And then there'll be packs of just the stitchery panels and the instructions on how to make the quilt. And then obviously you need a template for the heart, okay? This is where the stitchery panels are at the moment. That's only half of them. That's 4 of them. So this is why they're not available yet, because I know Sonia's desperately waiting for one. I've got to cut them all up. So that's half of them, and then the other half's down there. So, oh God, yeah, they've all got to be cut up. So I need to rest my wrist for a couple of days. Thanks, Lynn. Yeah, I like that bag. It's my favourite bag. I love this. Right, what else have I got to tell you? Last week's bits, yeah. What's left from last week? Not a lot. These bags, I think I've got some of these left. Don't be put off by the stitchery panel. It's just back stitch. Just do a little bit at a time. It's a bit mind-blowing when you see the stitchery panel. You start in the middle and work your way out. and just pick it up, do an hour a night. I think it took me a couple of weeks to do that, and I only have like maybe an hour a night to do it. Okay, this one I did last year when I was on holiday with the kids, when we went on that cruise. So I took that with me because the kids were going to bed at 6 o'clock, so I went to my room and just stitched like a maniac. So we were only away for a week. I think it took me 3 days to stitch it because I was doing it every night. So the kit for that comes as you see it, and there's an easy zip in the top. Lynn will tell you the zips are easy to do because Lynn has just made that. If you saw the picture this morning, Lynn has just made this, the panel bag, the easy shopper bag. Question: do you make a list of all the things you need to do? What interfacing do you use? Do you use a hoop frame for your stitcheries? No, I don't use a hoop frame for my stitcheries, and I don't put any on my stitcheries. I don't put any, if you mean interfacing on the stitcheries, I don't put interfacing on the back of the stitcheries because the fabric's thick enough not to show the stitches. If you're stitching on linen, put a bit of vileness, as I call it, on the back, lightweight viling on the back. If you mean wadding for the quilts, I use 80/20. What was the other bag called? The one for the cutting board. The one for the cut. What do you mean? This one? What did I show you? This one is the blockbuster bag, but don't buy the pattern yet because I'm going to redo it. This is a really old one. I want to redo it, and we'll make it on the retreat maybe as well. But I want to redo the pattern for this, so give me a couple of weeks to remake it. What else was I talking about? Wadding. Wadding, yeah, I usually use, I've got some 80/20. I don't sell it, as I said last week. If you want wadding, go to Lady So-and-so has tons of wadding. Go there, and they're at a pretty good price. Or what's the other place? Thingamy Mills. Empress Mills, I think, do lots of wadding. What was the other bag? Yeah, I've done that. Are you able to get Annie Downs? Annie Downs fabric? I can't think who sells Annie Downs. I think EQS. I haven't had any of Annie Downs for a while because I didn't want the Christmas. The last lot out I think was Christmassy stuff, but yeah, I can get it. I'll see if there's any coming out. What other questions have I got? I spotted tea and coffee stitchery panel. Never really done. Okay, so tea and coffee stitchery panels, which are over here. Hang on, where are they? If I move that round and I hang him back up there, you'll be able to see them. So technical in here, screws in the ceiling. Tea and coffee stitchery panels are easy, really, they're a good, you can just about see it, hang on. There, tea and coffee stitchery panels up there. They are really simple to do. I would say it's a good thing if you're just starting off because, again, it's just back stitch and they're really simple. So if you want something basic to start with. Right, what else? What else? Cross. Oh yeah, trio. Oh, another one I started doing. That's what I was going to show you when I was blabbing on about Valdani. I nicked one of the balls out of the Valdani. That's the variegated fabulousness pack, which is somewhere on the sale page. It's a good price on the sale page, but I'm going to put some of these on their own. And I've started these ones. There's a set of 3 of these. A few people have done them before. Don't buy them yet because, again, I'm restitching the 3 up again and making something with them. I don't know what yet. The other 3 were made into little pillows. And then I'll do an offer on, somewhere in the next few weeks, there'll be an offer on to buy all 3 rather than having to buy them one at a time, okay? So unless you're absolutely desperate for one now, wait until I do the pack of them, okay? And I've stitched it with, if you've got the variegated fabulousness, M54 I've used on those ones. It's quite nice colours because you can, the colours are long enough that you can pull like the red out and do a red heart kind of thing with it, you see? So that's that. Right, is that everything new? I think that's everything I've got new. Let's have a look at the questions. Block keeper sounds good to me. Please keep one of the vintage paisley bags for me to go with the hearts and Lynette Anderson. Okay, Sonia, give me, I'm going to start cutting them tomorrow, so remind me on Wednesday. Okay, so I don't forget. Let's have some more coffee. I don't know if anyone's guessed the right maths question. So if you missed the maths question for today, I'll put this up onto YouTube afterwards, and then people on YouTube can have a go at guessing it as well. So the question was, I cut a load of Lynette Anderson charm packs and Lynette Anderson 10-inch packs this week. How many pieces of fabric did I cut? And the clue was under 5,000. Over 1,000, under 5. There you are. Carry on guessing. Yeah, Rosemary, if you want to watch it again, you can watch it again here, or go onto Tube in about an hour's time. It'll be on there, okay? Do the stitcheries come with thread, or is it just the panel? Which stitcheries? If you're buying my stitchery panels, they're £5 each generally, and they come with a thread guide in a little organza bag. There is thread on the thread page, so just pick the threads you want to use. The tea and coffee stitcheries come as a kit with the whole thing to make it, and they got thread with them. Otherwise, there's so much thread, you might not want to do it in red. You can just buy a ball of the plain red perle, or you can go for the Valdani, or we've got 4 different boxes of these now. So there's the Flower Power, which is the brighter colours. There's a red work one. There's pretty summery coloured ones, and then there's the heirloom ones. So that is done. That's the heirloom coloured threads. So more traditional coloured ones. That is done with one of the reds out of the red Aurifil pack. Obviously the hearts ones up here are done with the Valdani Raspberry Fizz M66, I think it is. Okay, any more questions? So, who has seen the craft? I nearly fell off my perch and I saw the craft store was re-emerging. So the craft store was what? Hachanda became the craft store, became Create and Craft. However, the craft store as a company isn't re-emerging. It's Hayley Craft Yourself Silly and Dan, presenter Dan, are renting out the studios. So the old Hachanda studios are owned by the guy who used to own Hachanda and who owned Create and Craft. So he still owns the studios. So the guy that ran Create and Craft into the ground just rented the studios. So it's nothing to do with him. So goodness knows where he is now. So they are hiring out. You can go and hire out the studio and basically do this in the studio. So that's all it is. Although they'll have the tech that works, which would be handy, and you'll have a counter there and a presenter there. It might be nice as a one-off, I don't know, but that's how it works. So I would have to hire the studio. So I can hire the studio. You can have up to 3 people, and you've got mics, you've got lights, you've got counters, and you've got a presenter. But obviously that will cost a few £100s to do. So it's good advertising, I suppose. Yes, you can do it from the shed, but then I'd have to set up all sorts of tech here, and it's not worth the stress. I'd rather go to Oundle and do it as a one-off. I don't want to do it all the time. I'd rather do it myself here. It's no different to me being here talking to you. Or I'd be up in Oundle standing behind a counter. But at least then you've got all like proper cameras, and I don't have to keep getting up and down out of my chair and grabbing stuff. So that's a thought, but it's on the back burner because Jess is having a baby in March, and I'm not even thinking of anything until there. I'm glad you're thinking of it. It might be good for you. You can do it. No, yeah. Okay, I've seen those comments. So that's that. So that's how that's going to work. So people keep putting, it's so annoying, people keep putting comments on, oh, it's not the craft store and gone bankrupt, blah, blah, blah. It's nothing to do with that. It's a new thing. They've just resurrected the Facebook page because obviously the craft store name is worth a lot of money, because if people are searching for craft stuff, they'll find that Facebook page. So that's that. So it's nothing to do. Stay where you are. Yeah. We can see all your goodies. Well, you can see all my goodies here. So doing this is keeping me like I'm busier than I ever was when I was working doing stuff for Create and Craft, and I never made any money out of them. This is keeping me busy. I am non-stop. All I do is get up, come in here, cut fabric, cut kits, go back in the house, sit and sew in the evening, and then start again the next day. So yeah, it's keeping me very busy. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a bit more personal. So anyway, we'll think about it. We'll see. I've got to get ready for Newton Abbot now, so I'm madly cutting fabric and hoping the new stitcheries will be back. So I've sent them up to Craft Yourself Silly, print my stitcheries for me. So Imogen up there, bless her, does a good job. Yeah, she prints all my stitcheries for me, so I'm hoping they'll be back soon. So we've got a sewing room stitchery and the rooster stitchery. Maybe the three amigos share it. Yeah, I have thought about that as well. I haven't spoken to the others yet. I thought we'll discuss it at Newton Abbot because I can't do it yet anyway. So yeah, that would be quite a laugh actually. 3 of us up there. It's just the thought going back to those studios. It's all a bit bittersweet. Probably what you do now, more chilled. I like your Sunday mornings. Yeah, it is a bit crazy. So yeah, so I think I've got through everything. Trio of stitcheries, yes. Retreat, craft store. Yeah, because there's the Secret Sewing Club. I was going to do that originally, but I can't do everything. So I'm just going to stick to this and then we'll think about doing the craft store as a one. I certainly wouldn't be going up there like I did with Create and Craft once a month. It'd be like a random thing. But thing is, if I go up there, then it's, I don't know. We'll think about it. At least doing what I do now is better for you as customers. It might not be brilliant tech. You know what it's like. We might sort the tech out with Andy. Andy gave us a lesson at Newton Abbot. The tech's not so brilliant, but I can give you deals because it's not costing me. I'm just rolling out of bed, making my coffee and sitting here and having a chat with you all. So I can give you better deals, which I can't do if I've got to fill the car up with diesel and drive 5 hours up to Oundle and stay the night and hire a studio and then come back again. So you won't get such a good deal on those shows if I do any. Can you physically do any more than you do? No, I don't think I can. Having said that, I say no, but then I got so much done this week. I'm amazed. I'm more amazed that I actually managed to quilt that Lynette Anderson quilt. That was like, I was chuffed with myself. There were lots of bad words, obvs. And I think twice the needle fell out of the machine. So I don't know what I was doing. I was obviously too manic with it. But yeah, so no, I don't think I can do more. If there's anything specifically you want, but I'm like, just this week I sort of felt overwhelmed with like, oh, I've got to make new stuff, And I'm like, when? I just don't have time. And I've got to cut all those blinking hearts up this week. I'm dreading it. But if there's anything especially you want, I've got 2 new stitcheries coming, so that's new. Oh yeah, I was going to do, Marilyn wanted me to make it like something to put thread in. Go with your gut, yeah. Thank you. What backing did you use with Lynette Anderson quilt? So I had some ages and ages ago, I had a block of the month quilt and it came with some extra wide sort of linen-y stuff that I put on the back, and I don't sell it because it's so old that where it's folded, hang on, I don't know if you can see from there, where it's folded across the middle, you can see, no, you won't be able to see from there, there's almost a fade line on it because it's such an old fabric. Hang on, there's a company, I think they were at Newark this week, that do extra wide backing for the backing of quilts, and I can't remember what she's called. She's probably called Quilt Backing or something. I can't remember. Handy Andy would know. Can you give us a demo of your cutie? I can do. That would be a laugh. We'd have to have a bleep. I'll have to have the elf with me, and we'll have a bleeper machine. What's her name? Sian Borodar, if you're watching, Shemai. Yeah, my Cutie Frame's pretty good. Sean keeps asking me about it. So if you're in South Wales and you want a demo of one, go to J&B Sewing. They've got them set up there. But it's a lot more expensive now. Me and the elf, I bought the elf hers as that was her wages when we did Malvern 2 years ago. And since then, the prices have gone right up. But I've a feeling, and the elf can't reply because she's down a salt mine in Switzerland somewhere today, randomly. I have a feeling he had some of the old Cutie Frames left because they brought out the Cutie Breeze. I have a feeling he had some of the old ones left, so it might be worth ringing him and asking him if he had any of the old ones left and if he'd do you a deal. And then if you can buy, I can't remember how much it was. I think it was over £100 for the arms to go over the top, which makes it a lot easier. So you have to weigh up your options, or wait until they're on Sewing Street, because Sewing Street do a deal and you can get it on FlexiBuy. No, I don't use calico to back quilts because it's horrible stuff to quilt. It's really quite, the sewing machine doesn't like it. So I used to, but the sewing machine goes ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum when you put calico on the back. I think because I don't know whether it's because it's so dense. Your sewing roll is great. You were going to do a version with zips. Yes, thanks, Lynn. I was, and I am. I've thought about that. And I've also sewn, you know, the Adidas sitar fabrics, these yummy fabrics that's in the bag. I've done mini charm packs of those, and I sewed a whole mini charm pack into quarter square triangles that are going to become part of some kind of sewing roll. I don't know what yet. So I've just sewn them all together, and they're in little bags. So they're going to become something. I don't know what they're going to become. What else did I find the other day that was made with Adidas sitar? I've probably buried it somewhere. Where would I put it? Hang on, I'll be back. Talk amongst yourselves. See if I can find it. It was on there. No, I've moved it somewhere safe. I'm in such a mess as usual. Is it on here? No. Oh, I don't know where it is. One of the little hexagon needle folders I did with Adidas sitar yonks ago, and I don't know where I've put it. Oh well. We'll bring it out next week. I'll show you that. That's good for using the mini charm packs with. No, I don't. Well, I don't do Utox. I don't really want to do show. If I do shows are all well and good, but obviously it costs me to go there, and then I'm away from home for 5 days, and I hate being away from home. And then who's going to look after the chickens, and who's going to look after the cats? Because Simon goes to work at like 5:30 in the morning. He doesn't get home till 6 o'clock at night, which means the chickens can't go out and have a couple of hours out in the field, and they do like going out in the field. So my chickens are spoilt rotten. We went shopping. We went to Tesco's yesterday on the way home from the exciting trip to Merthyr, and bought them a watermelon, which costs £3 for a watermelon, because they love a watermelon. They love the watermelon. Andy, who's the woman that sells extra wide quilt backing at the shows? I can't remember what she's called. So yeah, my chickens are spoiled. So if I keep going to shows, I can't. My idea is I might come up and, because Andy's going to do Utoxeter, I might come up for the day. So if there's anything you wanted me to bring, I could bring it up to you. I could come up and we can do a Three Amigos live from Utoxeter. I'm not sure if Abby's doing it, but we could have a spin up to Utoxeter for that. I don't mind doing that. Quilt sandwich. Now, I knew it was something with quilt in it. No, quilt sandwich, Sue, she's called. She does extra wide backings. So what's that say? What are the fabrics on the Bolt French General? I haven't got any French General. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I'm glad you asked me that. Hang on, over there. There's some particularly pretty fabrics on the second shelf down. And they were brought into the shed the other day because I was going to cut some pretty, because they're pretty summery. Look, they're so pretty. They're Dutch heritage. Where's the really pretty one? That one. These. Pretty. I was going to cut them into, what do you want? Do you want strips? Do you want fat quarter packs? They're really pretty. I put that on the back of, did I put that on the back of this? I think I put it on the back of the sampler quilt. The blue version. Hang on. Let's turn you around a bit. blue version I'll put on the back of that. Obviously these aren't extra wide, that it just so happened that it just fit on the back of the sampler quilt because it's 40, I think the sampler quilt's about 44 wide and it just squeezed on the back. So I was going to do some packs of these because they're particularly pretty, see? They're very French General-ish looking, but they're Dutch heritage. So that's why they're on the shelf behind me, because I was going to make something with them and cut them, but I haven't decided what to make with them or what to cut. I'm going to Utox to my Patch P&Q group. Oh, okay. You'd love it. It's lovely. So, Abby, are you doing it, or should we go up for a spin for a day trip? I could meet you on the bridge, and we can go up for a spin. Yeah, they do. Dutch heritage and French General go together quite nicely. So, yeah, when is Utoxeter anyway? Somebody let me know. Chris can let me know. But I don't want to be going away from home for days and days, as I was saying, because I'm a mad chicken lady. Yeah, crazy chicken lady and crazy squirrel lady. I haven't seen Mr. Squirrel this morning, actually. I gave him shortbread the other day. See, all the animals here get spoilt rotten. Might have a day trip. Yeah. Well, we could do a Three Amigos day trip. When is it, though? We'll have to... Andy, when is it? Or Chris would know if she organises it. I don't mind. 25th to the 27th, just before our retreat. Oh, good grief. We'll be up and down the motorway, won't we? Like idiots. We'll think about it. 3 days before the retreat. Yeah, I'd have to go up maybe the Friday, 25th to the 27th. Okay, let me write that down and then I'll go and think about it. So next week is Three Amigos again. So, Abby, what are you doing next week? Do you know? Andy, if you're watching, what are you doing next week? So as we know, I'm doing heart. I'm catching up. They did hearts last week. I'm doing hearts next week. I'm doing hearts. And then if I get these stitched up, I might... People are asking me about packs of stitcheries. If I get all these 3 trios stitched up, I might do a pack of those 3. Just checking up on things. And I'll try and get some more goodie bags done. Or I could do some strips of that pretty fabric to put in goodie bags. We'll see. What do you want me to do? I'm a quilt angel on the Saturday. Breakfast cereal templates. What's breakfast cereal templates? Breakfast cereal templates. What's it, Weetabix? Is it? I like mini Weetabix with the blinking the raisins in. What is it, Andy? Breakfast cereal template. I'm on a retreat at Mavagissy next week. So from there, I'm thinking bags of stuff. Oh, I'm intrigued. Andy's doing breakfast cereal templates. Sounds interesting. So I'm looking forward to next week. Did you see Lish's box that she's just made? It's showing, because I'm looking at my recent media of the pictures on the Facebook page. So Lish has made this. Let me show you my version. She's particularly pretty. This. So all this was the bucket bag with a lid on it. So Lish has made a particularly pretty one this week. So you just take these are good for keeping your thread in because you've got a lid on it. But I was thinking of making one with a lid and a zip. Do you have a kit for the little needle book you showed earlier? Yes, it's on the sale page. Definitely. It's called, what's it called? Love to Stitch Needle Book. That's the kit. How do I put the price on it? £12.50, I think that says. Yeah, that's the kit, £12.50. So it's just some French General fabrics, a ball of thread, you've got the tape and the rick-rack and a little bit of felt, all the original fabrics that it was made in. So there's not many of them, but yes, I have. Bowl Cozy. Do you have a... Watch and see. If you're a member of Quilters Guild Retreat this weekend, I'm on at 1:30 today. There you are. Andy's on at 1:30 on a Quilters Guild Retreat thing today. Yeah, it is nice, isn't it, Sarah? I want to know what the cereal box thing is, though. I'm intrigued. I want to know. Message me and tell me what it is. Right, I'm going to leave you to it because I've been ranting and rambling for ages. Thank you for joining in. I hope you enjoy your goodie boxes. I'll try and get some more done. So yeah, don't forget, if you want to come on the retreat in April and you're thinking I can't afford it yet, but I do want to come, let us know and we'll save you a place. Watch it and, oh yeah, I've seen that. Okay, right, yeah. Message any of us, me, Andy or Abby, and we'll save you a place. And also, if you're near to, oh gosh, where is our retreat? Is it near Basingstoke somewhere? It's somewhere in England. Somewhere near the M3 somewhere. If you want to come on a day pass, I think we've got a limited number of day passes you can come on. So let us know. Okay, I'm going to leave you to it. I'm going to make another cup of coffee because my coffee's gone cold. And then I'm going to start cutting heart panels, which I really don't want to do, but I'm going to do it. The pattern's already printed up, ready to fold. So that'll be ready for next week. Thank you for joining in. Thanks very much for watching. I'll upload this to Tube if you're only just coming in. I'll upload it to Tube. I will tell you the answer to the maths question tomorrow because I'll let everyone on Tube have a guess as well. So once I've worked out who the winner is, and the first one who gets the nearest guess will get the prize. I'll let you know tomorrow, and if I remember who got the random pack. So there's a random pack. These are just offcuts. So there's offcuts of Lynette Anderson and offcuts of Moda will be in somebody's parcel. 2 people's parcels, should I say. Have a happy day, everyone. Yeah, have a happy day, Abby. Have a happy day, Andy and Joe and Elfs and my elf who's down a salt mine. Let's hope she re-emerges from her salt mine in Switzerland. And we will see you next Sunday. So 3 Amigos next Sunday, usual time, usual place. I'll be 9:30. Abby be 10 from Mevagissy. Let's hope her internet there's okay. And Andy is he away somewhere? I don't think he's in North. I think he's away on, where did he say he was going? Shan Warren or whatever it was called. Some kind of fancy place. Andy will be in a jacuzzi. Abby will be in Mevagissy. And I'll be in a shed. Okay. So we'll see you next Sunday. Okay. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your purchases. Thank you for supporting me and the 3 Amigos and all that. Thank you. Okay. Bye.